So, with Witch Queen right around the corner, we are 1 week away, and I wanted to put together a video, kind of a guide if you will, and of course all of this is optional, and do it at your own pace, but I wanted to put together a bit of tips and tricks for those that may want to figure out exactly how to prioritize and how to prepare for the launch of this DLC. Now, before we get into it, I want you guys to understand that there is two types of story modes, and the reason I mention this is because it's going to change the way that people scaled up their light, aka power, inside of Destiny 2. So, there is a standard story edition and a legendary, obviously harder edition, that you can go ahead and tackle. Now, we don't know exactly how easy it's going to be. We do know that Legendary is going to be somewhere in between Master difficulty and Grandmaster difficulty, something like Nightfalls, somewhere around that threshold. So it's going to be very doable for a lot of people inside of the community, and I am okay with this. Now, we don't exactly know if you're going to necessarily need to beat the regular story and then run it back on Legendary. All we know is by the time you are done with Legendary, you are going to be at 1520 power. This is going to be huge because it's above soft cap, and it basically eliminates the need for farming blues like we have done traditionally, and as we know, they have steer cleared of the blue idea, and that is a very healthy thing for us to do. So expect that, some exotics and other things. There's a graphic on your screen to assist you with understanding that. Moving forward, now, this one, I really want to tie into that one. So with these changes, bounties and boxes, the ones that you obtain from dares or can buy with strange coins at Xur's Treasure Hoard, these are also forms of XP. Now, ideally, if you're looking for bounties, look for the ones that say XP++. These are traditionally like weekly bounties from Hawthorne or Iron Banner bounties, so on and so forth. These bounties are going to give you the most. Now, the reason you farm this is not for lighter power, but basically to get a bunch of XP bursts into your artifact when you unlock it. Now, this is obviously going to follow when you beat Story and Legendary Edition, and then at some point you're going to unlock the artifact, and that's when you dump all of these XP, all of these paracausal boxes, all of the XP bounties that you have, and it will basically speed up your grind through your artifact so that there's no walls for you to hit. You can basically jump into whatever types of activities you're willing to take on, and I think this is a very healthy option for those that want to prepare without having to basically go absolutely nuts with it. Moving on to something that I really recommend people to do, and this is spoil farm via the Templar method inside of the Vault of Glass. Now, this is not something easy to do. This is something that you're going to need 5 other people for. That being said, if you need a community to hang out with, we live stream almost every day over on Twitch. No pressure, no requirement for you to come through the stream, but that will be linked down below. But what we do have is a Discord, an open community that loves to help other people out. So if you want to be a part of a community and get some of this stuff done, it's going to be booming during Witch Queen. Come out, hang out with us, and if you love to help others, we'd love to have you. That also is going to be located down in the description below. So feel free to use that tool as it's at your disposal. That being said, there's 2 reasons why I recommend spoil farming before Witch Queen. One is obviously, assuming that the method still continues, you can have these stockpiled for when the raid does come out in a few weeks after, and you can basically dump these into your god rolls and get them a lot faster than you would traditionally waiting week after week. This again is an optional choice. Not everybody likes to speed up the loot grind, but if you want to, it's a good way to prepare. That being said, we're also going to probably had a little bit of a lull in people trying to participate inside a Vault of Glass and using their spoils. So if you have time right now, and you have some spoils you want to earn and farm, investing them in a nice found verdict for PvP could be a great option. We don't know if there's going to be any new shotguns that are going to eclipse it, but we do know Fellwinters is taking a nerf, and found verdict could very well be the king of Crucible if you are a PvP fan. So looking for the god roll for that would be huge, as well as Fatebringer. You can't ignore arguably one of the best PvP and PvE cannons in the game, and that is something worth investing your spoils into too, to prepare for Witch Queen. Moving over to the Ascendant Shards. Now, we have Lake of Shadows Nightfall coming through here. One of the fastest in the game, and it should be very easy within a couple hours to not only stock up the 10 in your account, but 10 into your Postmaster for each of your potentially 3 characters, meaning you could, best case scenario, store 40 of these things. We are moving on to our very last one, and this is the Ias Luna farm. This is one of the best PvP and PvE cannons in the game. This thing I absolutely adore. We do know that Void 3.0 and of course Stasis are going to be the big dogs in the future in this next season. So having an Ias Luna with something like Unrelenting and Headstone as a great combination is going to be good for PvE, and those that still love PvP, something like a rangefinder in Snapshot or rangefinder moving target is still probably going to be at the top of Crucible for those that love hand cannons. So you do have the 30th anniversary and you have the ability to farm it. Feel free to swing through, get some runs in with us, and hopefully you get a couple god rolls. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for allowing me to shout in your ear, but get out there, get preparing if you want to. If not, take it easy. Again, it's completely up to you. Play how you want. Thanks again, and I'll see you with another video soon.